The many ways to use corn. Have you ever thought of how many different ways that there are to use corn? If so, I bet I can give you a few more. I have found over 500 different ways that corn is used in today's world. And some of them will amaze you, some of them will surprise you, and some of them you already know about. Corn has many different varieties of ways to be used. It can be used as a filler, it can be used as a byproduct, or it can be used straightly as the corn that it is. Some of those different products, they come in different ways and different forms, and we really never think about it. So today, I'm going to help you to think about it. So, let's take some time and look at corn, where it came from, and how it came to be, and what we get from it today. Hope you enjoyed this. Corn has been around since 7500 BC in Mexico. And it didn't start out being called corn. It started out being called a wild grass called tessonite. And the Mexican people decided to use it for a whole lot of different things. Yes, they ate it off the corn cob. They made corn pipes. They used it to heat their homes and build their fires with the corn cobs and the corn husks once they were dried. They used the dried corn husks for a variety of different reasons. They used the corn when they ground it up and they made a cornmeal mush or soup so that it would last them through the long winters. Corn was very important to them. In a report that I read written by Lance Gibson from the Iowa State Educational Unit, and he wrote about the origin and the history of corn, he talked about how they used the corn in so many of the different things that they did make. Just like us today, we're still getting the benefits of corn. Have we even really thought about it? Have we even really looked at it? Let's look at it. Let's look a little deeper. There are 6 types of corn. We have dent corn, we have sweet corn, we have popcorn, we have flint corn, flour corn, and pod corn. Each one of those corns help our economy in a different way. And some of those ways that they help our economy are by how they are used. In today's, have we ever really thought about corn and what it really does for us? Or some of the things that contain corn? Let's think about those for a minute. Say you went to McDonald's and had a hamburger and french fries in them, diet soda. Did any of that contain corn? Almost all of it contained corn. The hamburger had a corn filler. The french fries were fried in a corn oil. The diet soda had genetically modified corn sweetener. The ketchup that you put on it had high fructose corn syrup. Okay. Say you didn't go to Burger King or McDonald's. How about if you went to Taco Bell and had that taco meat? That taco meat has a corn filler in it. Didn't even think about it. How about if you had that late night pudding snack because you wanted that chocolate pudding? Has corn sweetener. Or maybe you were being good and had that container of yogurt. It has high fructose corn syrup. Like our salad dressing, which has fructose in it. Soup has cornstarch in it. When we bake and use vanilla extract and baking powder, they both contain corn. Gravy has cornstarch. Mayonnaise has vegetable oil. Peanut butter has corn syrup. And I never really thought about that. How about that vitamin D milk? Do you know it has corn in it? How about when you grab that plastic bottle of water? No, the water doesn't have corn in it, but that plastic bottle does. Corn, whatever you touch. How about that gypsum drywall in your home? Has corn in it. Or even that plywood glue or that adhesive glue, they have a corn byproduct in them. Our cosmetics have a corn product in them, a byproduct. When we go to the grocery store and we pick up those fresh vegetables and you feel that waxy substance on them, that waxy substance has been made from corn. And it is a process that they use to keep the fruit and vegetables fresher. Or that wax paper or that wax cardboard has a corn base. How about that Splenda? It's got a corn in it. When I was reading on www.nebraska.gov an article written by Emily Hamlin and Megan Thornburg, they talked about Windex being in corn and toothpaste and on those coated aspirin. I didn't really think that corn was in that many things, but as I read more of their article and they talked about it being in spark plugs, that a crystallized version of cornstarch is put inside of that, or even in diapers. The acrylic acid that holds the liquid in the diapers, that is a form of corn. The U.S. Department of Government gave out a little survey, and in their survey they said corn sweetener supplies 56% of the U.S. natural sweetener makers. 56% of the stuff that we use is not made from sugarcane, but it's made from corn. That gives us our sweeteners. That was a shocker. I had not really thought about that one. Also, when the corn is made from ethanol, it makes ethanol. How do we get our gas? These days, the ethanol in our gas, corn is giving it to us. It is helping us to be able to drive. And as the Corn Refinery Association stated, as more and more people get on the bandwagon for the use of ethanol as a fuel, then corn will even be a much bigger product in our today's world. And that is something that we can all look forward to. One of the things the U.S. Corn Growers or the U.S. Corn Growers Association's council said is that 13.8 billion of corn is produced a year, which comes out to about 35 metric tons of corn that we use and we export. We only export about 11% of that corn, though. 11% we export out to other countries, and 24% of that we export we send to Japan, and the other next highest one that we send out is to Mexico. They get 22%. I read an article in National Geographic about a guy that heats his home using corn. He uses 40 pounds of corn a day, $150 a month, and he keeps his house at 68 degrees. $150 a month, 68 degrees. So, you know, as you look at corn and you realize today, corn is giving us what we need. It is supplying us our nutritional foods every day. It is giving us foods. It is giving us gas. It is giving us heat. It is giving us byproducts that give us the ability to use other things. As I close this out, I want you to think of all the uses that corn gives us. It has 500 different ways that we can use it. It's been around for centuries. It provides a lot of our needs in today's world. And corn doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be plan to be sticking around for a long, long time. Corn is needed in today's business, and it can provide us numerous good qualities. Thanks for listening.